Hi, FP&A. Actually, you want to financially plan and analyze your company, or you are in the recruitment space seeking someone to FP&A company. In light of this, let's dive into this together, piece by piece, to really understand what drives a successful financial planning analysis function and why getting it right matters so much. In the very first place, I would like to start with the anatomy of a company. That's the creation, purpose, and wealth maximization. Because at its core, a company exists to solve a problem, whether it's a small corner shop or a multinational corporation with a complex web of subsidiaries. The underlying principle remains the same. A company identifies a need in the market space and creates a solution. This solution is brought to market where those with a problem are willing to pay for its value. But to succeed, though, the company must not only be first, but also better and faster at delivering a solution to its customers. Revenue is going to flow in the form of solution-generated income. Alongside these, costs, both direct and incidental, are incurred to produce and support the delivery of the product or service. As statutory obligations, financing costs, and you begin to see the financial ecosystem of a business taking shape. Long-term investments are made into assets, the value of which is systematically allocated over time to reflect their contribution to operations. These activities culminate in the profit and loss statement (P&L). The document captures the company's income, operating costs, and eventual net profit or loss for a given period, from gross profit to operating income, EBITDA, and down to the bottom line. It tells the story of the company's financial health. The balance sheet, that is a snapshot in time, is what I'm going to talk about next, because while the P&L tracks performance over time, the balance sheet provides a static view of a company's financial position at a specific moment. Assets, whether long-term investments or current assets like cash, receivables, are balanced against liabilities and equity. Here lies the foundational accounting equation. Total assets equals to total liabilities plus equity. It underscores the relationship between what the company owns, owes, and residual interest belonging to the owners. The interplay of these components is recorded on the accrual basis, ensuring therefore transactions are captured when they occur, not only when cash exchange hands. The balance sheet also reflects how assets are funded, whether through equity, loans, or retained earnings, and how liabilities are managed. Equity itself grows as the net profit accumulated over time, reinforcing the importance of the company's ability to generate and reinvest wealth. Yet, neither the P&L nor the balance sheet tells the complete story without the cash flow statement. That's the third pillar in the financial reporting. This document details how cash is generated and used across the operating, investing, and financing activities. Operating cash flow begins with net income from the P&L. Non-cash items like depreciation and amortization are added back along with changes in working capital to present the true cash generated by the company's core operations. Next comes the cash from investing activities, capturing expenditure on long-term assets or proceeds from assets disposals. Finally, financing activities reflect cash inflows from loans or equity or outflows for repayment of dividends. Here's the thing. The cash flow statement connects the P&L and the balance sheet, tying together net income, changes in assets and liabilities, and resulting cash movements. The closing cash balance aligns with the cash reported in the balance sheet, providing a cohesive view of liquidity. Now, this is where financial planning and analysis FP&A comes into its own, because FP&A owns the tools, processes, and insights that illuminate the company's financial and operational drivers. It is the function that transforms raw data into actionable strategies through a range of initiatives. And these include the monthly management reviews, the annual budgets and quarterly reforecasting, and then you have the long-term 5-year plans and scenario analysis. And alongside this, you have transformational impact reports and what-if explorations. Using driver-based, fully integrated models, FP&A simulate business processes navigating operational and financial inputs to generate detailed yet user-friendly reports. These outputs are not just numbers. They are narratives that empower decision makers, aligning company stakeholders across the company and beyond. The financial journey from creation to transformation is what I'm going to touch on next, because together these elements, the P&L, the balance sheet and cash flow statement, and the FP&A function, form the backbone of a company's financial journey. They guide the organization through inception, through growth, and into sustained success. And when done right, they don't just track the business, they drive it forward. This is the personnel that companies actually want financially planning and analyzing their financial and operating performance. The next ideal continuation will be thinking about the essentials every business has. That's a roster of employees, customer contracts, supply inventories, financial agreements, and fixed assets register. These aren't just lists, they are the drivers of your company's operations. Each one holds crucial data that connects directly to your financial performance. Now, just imagine being able to harness the data seamlessly. That's where FP&A comes in. At its core, FP&A is about transformation of raw data into actionable insight. It's not just about tracking numbers. It's about understanding what they really mean to your business and using that knowledge to drive smarter decisions. But this connection between data and decision making is only as strong as the resources, tools, and processes you have in place. And this brings us to the next challenge, the tool that does it all. Imagine a tool that doesn't just sit as an idle island, rather something actively integrating into your existing system, and the resources across all the departments are connected together. Take your detailed trial balance, for example, that you have for your accounting system, or your HRI, CRMs, any other system that you have floating around as a standalone island, you name it, all right? This other tool designed and developed with the functionality that, with a click of a button, imports the relevant fields from these systems and converge them into a purposeful repository from where it outputs into the detailed principal financial statements, industry relevant key performance indicators, making it the flagship FP&A system for your company. Just like that, the magic happened. The tool routinely and automatically generates the last 3 years principal financial statements of the P&L, balance sheet and cash flow statements, segmented by revenue, cost centers, and other metrics. Along with this, the same tool uses the same business drivers to generate the annual budget for the next 12 months and the 5-year plan as at when required. That same tool will update it with the actual, the relevant quarters, and the remaining quarters updated with the most updated drivers to then give the updated projections for the remaining quarters, thereby acting as a reforecasting tool. And then guess what? It doesn't stop there. It consolidates this information into a user-friendly management reporting package that therefore makes it perfect for monthly reviews with your internal for financial business partnering and external stakeholders that include your financial institutions, venture capitalists, and private equity backers. You immediately now start to appreciate that these are not just reports. They are strategic tools that allow you to make decisions with confidence, all the while ensuring that all the stakeholders have this seat at the table. After all, any FP&A is meaningless and irrelevant if this does not financially business partner with all the stakeholders. I'm overly confident that this is very ideal. You know what? Let's face it. We have been in that room where we are faced with that individual who proposes a complicated and complex solution to a situation that already has an existing solution. With experience, we've come full cycle to recognize that simplification of the solution to what is otherwise a complex or mission appearing impossible situation is what always works out to be the best and most efficient solution. FP&A is no different. Now, let me expand. The search for your FP&A leader. When companies seek FP&A professionals, what are they really looking for? Is it simply someone with an impressive CV or someone who can tick boxes during an interview? The truth runs deeper, especially when it comes to a driver-based FP&A. Companies are searching for individuals who can look beyond the numbers and unlock the story within them. Professionals who can craft actionable insights, adapt to unique business challenges, and drive sustainable value. Here's the thing. The legacy approach, it's good, okay, but not so great. Here is why. The traditional recruitment process feels safe and often misses the mark. It starts with drafting the job description filled with buzzwords, proceeds to sifting through resumes and culminating scripted interviews. Candidates are asked questions like, walk me through your experience. How do you approach financial modeling? You know what? These are valid questions, but they rarely reveal the qualities that matter most. Can that candidate actually handle ambiguity? Can they bridge the gap between high-level strategy and ground-level execution? Legacy methods focus on the what of experience, not the how of adaptability. And when these methods fail, the consequences just ripple through the organization. So let's explore the cost of the misstep together. When the chosen candidate or the chosen hire doesn't meet the expectation, companies often scramble to fill the void. They patch gaps with additional hires. layer in consultants, or invest in expensive systems overhauls. While these efforts may provide short-term fixes, they come at a steep cost financially and culturally. The team becomes fragmented, efficiency suffers, and the FP&A function devolves into reactive rather than proactive entity. This highlights a glaring issue, the focus on process over potential, which leads us to ask, what if the approach itself actually needs an overhaul? Let's shift in perspective if we can, because instead of relying solely on static questions and surface level assessments, what if companies emphasize demonstrative illustration? By this I mean creative scenarios where candidates showcase their ability to identify drivers, construct and translate data into meaningful insights. For example, how does the candidate handle situations where assumptions are challenged? Or what happens when they encounter complex scenarios like reconciling discrepancies in days, sales outstanding DSO, or accounting for VAT, sales tax? These tests don't just examine knowledge, they reveal critical thinking, adaptability, and problem solving in action. Moreover, this approach aligns with what FP&A is really about, not just balancing spreadsheets, but making them come alive with stories that guide decision. This brings us full circle to the essence of driver-based FP&A. It's not merely about technical proficiency. It's about understanding the gears that turn the business machine. It's about finding someone who not only analyzes data but connects the dots between revenue, cost, and operational driver. Someone who sees beyond the immediate and into the future. When companies take the time to look for these qualities, they don't just hire a professional, they invest in a partner who grows along with the business. This now leads me to share my approach to FP&A, because my understanding and my appreciation is that FP&A is a functional set of activities that have to be delivered in a structured way using the most efficient tool and led by an adequately qualified, skilled, and extensively experienced professional. At the start of my FP&A journey, I was so privileged to have been led by extensively experienced professionals from whom I gained immensely. In the same period, I was exposed to situations that were the opposite of these. The learning experience was profoundly a complete book of what must never be done. With that in mind, during that courtship period, along with exploratory conversational questions, I always ensure that there will be a demonstration where in that demonstrative collaboration session, I'll do the following. I'm going to present to you a 5-year nested suite of fully integrated financial model. Driver-based FP&A tailored to your business. Detailed principal financial statements including your P&L, balance sheet, and cash flow statements. Data that is distilled into the cost and revenue centers with actuals for the past 3 years, and then a forward-looking projection of the next 5 years. You will have, along with these, scenario analysis customized to address your organization's unique challenges. These insights are seamlessly condensed into distributable management reporting packages designed to simplify processes and empower you with the right tools to make FP&A a seamless value-driving function. This approach transforms FP&A from a traditional operational function into a dynamic strategic partnership, one that drives the success and precision, insight, and collaboration. When you double-click all of this and dive deeper, it becomes clear that the strength of FP&A function lies in the people driving it. To build an efficient, insightful, and strategic team, it's essential to rethink how talent is identified and nurtured. This means moving away from rigid, outdated framework and embracing dynamic demonstrative methods that uncover candidates with true potential. When you get it right, the payoff is huge. A team that doesn't just manage the numbers but masters them. Through driver-based FP&A, they propel the business forward, partnering with stakeholders across the organization, not in the traditional way though, but with renewed confidence and clarity. This leads me to when I now tell you just a little bit about me. I am an ACCA qualified accountant with well over a couple of decades of experience in performance management reporting and FP&A, having held leadership roles such as controller, director, head, lead of FP&A. My expertise spans diverse industries including IT, professional services, telecommunications, finance, manufacturing, fintech, digital businesses, just to list a few. With proven success in guiding startups, transformation, SME, private equity ventures, and leading FP&A functions in multinational corporations, I have been fortunate to specialize in creating driver-based, fully integrated financial models and actionable management reporting packages that simplify financial planning while delivering strategic insights. My hands-on approach, coupled with a passion for leveraging technology, ensures seamless finance business partnering and robust decision support for organizations. With the combination of my focus on aligning financial strategy to business objectives, my qualification, extensive experience, creation of self-servicing tools, as well as demonstrative videos that showcase my FP&A methodology and works, positions how I financially analyze as a service to ensure that you get what you actually set out to search for in your next FP&A. In addition, you also get the exact same employee experience, but you gain much more in terms of economies of scale by delivering FP&A in a streamlined fashion using the most efficient tools, training the internal team members, tailored solution to empower all stakeholders. Challenges are catered for, making this a perfect solution, be this for a company that is a one-man owner, growing venture capital-backed startups, free cash flow pursuing private equity transformation group, or steadying the ship in a large multinational PLCs. Here's the drill. I'm the first to recognize that some companies may be inclined to continue with what they know and recruit how they know. However, let's pause just for a moment and think about how FP&A traditionally functions in a business. It is a department integral, yes, but often siloed. It prepares reports, runs numbers, and supports decision making, yet it potentially often is not tapped. FP&A as a service serves as a core function, expands it beyond traditional boundaries. It's about embedding FP&A into every critical decision making process, making it not just a department but a strategic enabler. By offering FP&A as a service, the goal is very simple: to help businesses, regardless of their size or industry, transform financial complexity into clarity. But how does this work in practice? Let's explore next. Here's what I do know. Every business is unique, which means cookie-cutter solutions just won't cut it. That's why creating a custom financial model is the foundation of my approach. Think of this as the financial habit of your organization, fully integrated, driver-based, and designed specifically for your business. It brings together the following: 3 statements integration of the P&L, the balance sheet, and cash flow. Then you have scenario planning that anticipates market fluctuations or internal changes. And then, along with this, you have a tool that enables every stakeholder to have a seat at the table and that further encourages their participation whilst they have that seat at the table. It's a structure that simulates what truly happens across business and that adapts to your evolving business model. Here's what I've seen. Because by having such a model, decision-making becomes proactive rather than reactive. The data doesn't just sit there. It tells you what's working and what's not and what's next. And from this model comes something equally essential: streamlined reporting. Because from decades of being engaged in the FP&A space, I have come to realize even more that reports must not be the data dumps. They should encapsulate the drivers of the financial and operational performance of the business. Therefore, they must be narratives guiding stakeholders through the financial as well as the operational story of your business. A robust but streamlined management reporting package simplifies this whole process. That starts with the executive view of the principal financial statements of the P&L, the balance sheet and cash flow statement, and relevant key performance indicators, designed and developed to draw attention to the key areas that eliminate unnecessary cluster and distractions. Well segmented insight, it becomes easy to answer questions like: how did we perform in a month versus forecast? What's driving our financial and operational performance? Be this to do with revenue growth or revenue decline. Where should we focus our efforts in the coming quarter? All through my decades of managerial accounting and financial planning and analyzing companies, object database connectivity and data warehouse have always been key allies in my toolkit. In today's world, we are so readily fortunate that we can have things like Power Query that take these functionalities to yet another level. Let me take some time to just tell you about Power Query. This is a powerful tool in the data management ecosystem, and it serves a unique role that complements both ODBC and data warehousing. It's a data connection technology that allows users to discover, connect, combine, and refine data across a wide variety of sources. So just in case you were not familiar with Power Query, in essence, Power Query is a powerful data preparation tool that enhances your ability to access, clean, and transform data from multiple sources, leveraging technologies like you have with ODBC and supporting activities related to data warehousing. With these tools, experience and hands-on, I translate complex financial data into actionable attention, engaging insights. And these insights don't just sit on a report. They drive conversation, planning, and ultimately results. But I'm the first to understand and know that data alone isn't enough. It needs to fit seamlessly into your existing system, and that's why ERP and Excel integration is a must-have. One of the biggest frustrations for businesses is the gap between their system and their financial model, and this is where integration becomes critical. Whether your business relies on Excel, an enterprise resource planning ERP system, or both, my approach ensures that they work together. I design models that therefore do the following: enhance the functionality of the ERPs, offer flexibility and scalability through Excel-based solutions, and then enable seamless data flow between the tools. This therefore means that no more wasted hours wrestling between mismatched systems. Instead, you get a unified process that supports efficiency and accuracy. And speaking of efficiency, let's talk about cost optimization, shall we? Because cost and efficiency optimization is the value add that FP&A can really bring to the table. Because FP&A should never be a cost center. Done right, it's a driver of cost savings and operational efficiency. Because through careful analysis and identifying opportunities to streamline workflows, eliminate redundancy, reallocate resources to high impact areas, by doing all of these and doing it well, FP&A becomes more than a reporting function. It becomes a strategic contributor to profitability. And to ensure that you are always prepared for what's next, there is scenario planning. Scenario planning, preparing for the unpredictable. The business world is rarely predictable. That's why scenario planning is so crucial. By creating your version of your driver-based nested suite of fully integrated financial models, you have at your fingertips a tool that readily helps you stress test your strategies against various what-if scenarios. For example, what are the actual results and the principal financial statements with regards to decisions made in the past, being made, or will be made in the future? What happens if market conditions should just shift? How would a sudden cost increase affect cash flow? What is the best response to unexpected growth opportunities? These are some of the typical insights that this tool ensures that you are not just prepared for the future, but you already thriving in it. FP&A that delivers certainty is what this is all about. Here's the bottom line. Hiring for your FP&A shouldn't be a gamble. By showcasing exactly what your candidate can and will deliver through models, reports, and actionable insight, you gain certainty from the start. This isn't just about filling a role, it's about building a partnership where FP&A becomes a cornerstone of your business strategy, not just a supporting function. So here's how I would like to park this one to the next one. Let's start with the first demonstration, where I will use your company's data to build a fully functional financial model and management reporting package. You see firsthand how FP&A as a service can transform your company's operation. Best part, you keep the tool. It's yours to keep. It's your data. This isn't just an offer. It's a promised opportunity to showcase financial planning and decision making. A different way, though, recognized to offer clarity and instill confidence. Hopefully, your company or the company that you are representing in your capacity as a recruiter or investor, someone just interested in FP&A, have the requisite experience, be this in the selection process or the actual delivery of the FP&A, mostly with the personnel position with leading the entire FP&A, be this with regards to the tools, processes, and resources, using the most efficient tools to generate desired output. Be this the case, then awesome and more power to you. However, should you need someone who is extensively experienced, who can seamlessly integrate or create your FP&A from scratch, or fill a gap in your existing FP&A, or you have an FP&A related project, then by all means, do both of us a favor by reaching out, as I would love to have that demonstration session with you to address your FP&A specific problem. This is offered on a daily rate, fixed term contract, or retainer model, just like the next head, controller, director, or senior managerial accountant, or senior finance business partner you're recruiting. For now, thanks for watching, and until the very next time, happy financial planning and analyzing your companies. Thank you very much.